Hey Stampin' friends, Darlene with Darlene Stamps. So I'm going to jump into some projects, and my goal will be to get at least 12 more videos loaded. Maybe not today, but I thought I would start with this gift wrapped. I got the bundle, so I saved 10%, and I wanted to go over now, because of the time frame, I can show the inside of the catalog. So I'll just move this aside, and I want to, this is one of the cards that I made. So you've got the beautiful stamp, and I like the stamp set. It actually has wrapped especially for you, tied with love, a very Merry Christmas, and Celebrate in Style. And then it has like 3 different bows which match the punch, and then 2 bows depending on how you do that, and a little tag and some stars and stuff. So anyhow, very, very cute. And I have really, really enjoyed this. Actually is on page 12. So what I did, see how I, it comes as a bundle. So I made just kind of a they call it casing when you look at a design. And now they added some ribbon behind it, or some thread and gold thread. But I was trying to pull from the supplies I had. I happen to have some old retired black designer paper. And then you may, if I can get the right angle on that, I embossed the bows, the embossing on that, can you see it? And then took my blender pen and tried to kind of copy that. So I think it did pretty good. And then I took and did this one. And this one's kind of cool because it used the background, so I did a little bit of my own twist on it. But as you can see, I did a double punch. So underneath is actually the glitter paper, and I just popped up this one with dimensionals. But I used the background that's already in the set, and then did the stars, and so crumb cake, tone on tone with the bow, and then this. Red, I just used my pencil with that. So that one kind of did a mock on that. And then I did the box, and we're going to make this box. And I used 2 layers, so it kind of gives it some dimension. And then used some of our puff paint with the twig sprig punch on that. So I made that. Oh, my glue stuck. Sugar. Okay. Okay, so I got that. And then I did a little bit of a fun, is I did a tin. Now the tin is just this little tag, but I wanted to show off this tin, which is on page 55. Okay, so these are these cool little tins, and they have these wrapped kind of long ways. I just took ribbon and went around the outside of that lid, and then took the paper, and then took, this is designer paper that is from, oh, I thought I had it right quick handy. The Feeling Frost, which is on 42. This actually is from last year. This paper's from last year, but it came back, so I'm so glad. And so that is what I used on the top of this tin, and then cut one out and just blinged it up. So that is just using this little tiny tag and using that in there. So let me get started with this box. So I already have my stuff already cut. And I did wait to do a punch on just to show you. So I want to show, this is just the shaded spruce. And it is, this is the 8x8 piece. So you will be able to use your 8.5 by 11 paper. And then it is scored 2 inches all the way around. And while I am talking, I'm going to go ahead and just cut up this seam. And they call it mitering. So when you go all the way to that seam, and then you take a little bit of a wedge out of that end, just miter that. And then I miter the edge here. And so this, the cardstock base is the 8x8 and scored at 2 all the way, all 4 sides. And then the designer paper just can be whatever. I've made it a quest that I have a lot of retired Christmas paper and I will get it used up this year. And you know, sometimes you get so gung-ho on maybe one certain style or a certain type of thing, and you don't use a whole love it, chop it kind of thing. And so I have a 2020 Christmas goal that I'm going to use up a lot of my older retired Christmas paper. It was so pretty. It's just I didn't do the whole love it, chop it kind of thing. Okay, so I am almost done with the mitering. And I'm trying to kind of look at getting these mitered so I can get this glued. And then once I get everything cut, then I'll just glue it off camera and come on back. So need to, oh, and this is so you know, darker cardstock, the mountain goes out. So I'm going to fold these in. And cardstock may need an extra bit of pressing. Sometimes with designer paper, I don't tend to press really hard because I have found some of the paper, it just breaks it down so much, then it rips. So cardstock though, you really need to get that pressed in. Okay, so I'll get that glued, bring that back. This is going to be my inside. So this is just a regular 6x6, and then you're going to use a shim. A shim is basically taking your score and coming off of the edge just a tad, and doing your 1 inch. This will be the box lid, and we'll get this cut quickly. So so on this one, again, this is retired paper, and so I'll try. So a shim is like a smidge, not a smudge, a smidge, and it takes the outer part, which is the lid, and that way it'll actually fit real snug as I want. Looks like I didn't go to the inside of that. I was trying to get to the inside of my score. That way it will have not the budge. Okay, I am going to glue this and I'll be right back. Well, I stopped midstream because I remember when I was putting on this special bow that it would have been nice if it was flat. So I am going to do this flat, and I might as well go ahead and put my piece on of the green, because that's going to be kind of my base. Anyhow, yeah, when I was doing this before, it seemed very odd to me. I want that to show. It seemed very odd to me that I would press and press and go crazy with why I couldn't get the pressure on the bow, when I'm like, well, if I would have done this prior, I wouldn't have had an issue. All right, and I want to get that crisp on there because that cardstock was on there. Okay, so that's that. And okay, so I already have one punched out. Wanted to get the second one punched out, and I like the idea of having multiple layers. I really liked how dimensional it looked. And so I thought, and it's different. It's not exact, but then I can see if I like this one on top or this one on top, and I can get the extra layer in there. So I am going to just put this together. And I think, yeah, I think the busyness, I think we're going to put that one down first. But I really like this gift wrapped for a lot of reasons. But one of the main ones was because the bow itself could be used for not just Christmas. It could be used for birthday and such. So I thought that would be very economical, you know, trying to make, you know how they say if you buy something for your closet that you need to have at least 3, I think it's 3 things. You need to have 3 other things in your closet that it would match, and that makes a smart purchase. All right, I'm going to offset that just a tad and see if I can get that to there. Awesome. All right, that gives it some height in there. And then I took a little tag, and I am going to just put a real small hole in there because I want it to be kind of like a little tag. Get there and there. And I did embossing on that just so it would stand out. Okay, so I think I got that done, and I've got, now I can do my gluing because that was the biggest part I wanted to get done. Anyhow, so I have tried to do a little bit with the first of the month, since the pumpkin will not come out until middle to end of August. Now, there were a couple of people that had signed up new with pumpkin, and they're, you know, it gives you kind of an idea as far as what it will be, and they're like, you know, I don't know that I'm going to be crazy about the design, but that's what makes it fun. And a lot of people have subscribed to the channel, my channel, because they are looking for and wanting to find alternates. All right, so it looks like I'm going to shave this off just a fuzz because I somehow got that not tight enough. Okay, then this will go right on here for our box. There. And I'm going to make it simple tonight just because, and I'll probably tuck that in there. Oh, it already stuck. Tuck that in there just like that. I was going to put a hole in there, but that'll be it. So anyhow, that is basically our quick, our easy, our wrapped up special designer paper, which is retired, but it still is important. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed that. This is by far the simplest set, and I hope you enjoyed the boxes, the cards, and another simple way of making Christmas cards for the season. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.